And good evening and welcome to First Bank and Trust Arena in New Prague. Getting ready for Metro West Conference hockey action between the New Prague Trojans and Bloomington Jefferson Jaguars. Should be a really good one here, as many of them have been all season long. Last week of the regular season, just 2 games left for the Trojans. Home tonight against Jefferson, home on Thursday against Chaska, as the Trojans jockeying for position in Section 1AA hockey standings. They could be anywhere, a 2-0 week. They have a good case to be the 3, an 0-2 week. They're probably going to be the 5 on the road. 1-1, we'll see. So a lot to play for the Trojans, taking on a good Jaguars team from Bloomington Jefferson. Jefferson comes into the contest with a 15-5-3 record. The positive, one of those 5 losses to the Trojans just 3 weeks ago, as New Prague went up to Bloomington and defeated the Jaguars 5-4. One of the top wins, if not the top win for New Prague on the season. A few minutes ago, I got to catch up with head coach Brad Drazen as part of our AAI Garage Door pregame coaches interview. Let's hear from our coach now. Here with head coach Brad Drazen. Coach, 1 week left, 2 games left, 2 home games. Bloomington Jefferson tonight, Chaska on Thursday. Talk about the importance of the last week of the regular season.
Yeah, I mean, you want to be playing your best going into section playoffs. And really, our group, I like where we're at. I like how we're playing. There's obviously things that we want to improve on, but, I think we're playing a good game right now. I think, we're just kind of continuing to progress up into playoffs.
Last time we saw you, a wild one. It was the excitement level off the charts, the home game against Orono. Didn't go our way, but, down 6-3 in the third period, the resiliency, kind of the stick-with-itness that your group had, I thought was impressive. And I, despite the result not being great, I left the rink feeling pretty good about your club.
Yeah, for sure. We talked, we were on a roller coaster of emotions, and I talked with them about, I think it started with me and so that I need to be better. And, when we were good, we were really good. And the bench was high. And then, we'd get scored on, and then there'd be a penalty, and it just kind of, one bad thing led to another. And then we'd dig ourselves out. And, yeah, 100%. Great to see our guys battle through, in the third period. Coming back from a 3-goal deficit is not easy to do. Especially after, we hadn't scored, the game before. And so, yeah, I was happy. We started off good, like I said. And so I think, it's something to build off of.
Here with head coach Brad Drazen on the AAI Garage Door coaches interview. Coach, Joey Bush missed that game. He was a little under the weather. And sometimes, guys can go underappreciated, and you don't really realize how much they mean to the team until they're gone. And I kind of left the rink a week ago saying, boy, they missed Joey Bush tonight a little bit. But just talk about his importance. Nice to have him back in the lineup.
Yeah, for sure. It's something that we noticed too. And he just does a lot of really good things. First off, he's a good player, good person in the locker room. He's a leader on our team. And, he on the ice, he's a really good skater. And he can keep up and skate with any player that we match him up against. And it just gives our defensive core more depth. I think our D core is, one of the strengths of our team, and he's a huge part of that. So it definitely, going into St. Louis Park, we definitely noticed that it was nice to have him back in the lineup.
Bloomington Jefferson, second time you've played them, or you are playing them, excuse me. The last time you guys get a 5-4 victory and one of your top 2 or 3 wins all season. Give us a little bit about how that game played out and what are some things Jefferson likes to do.
Yeah, Jefferson, they're extremely well coached, first off. And that every time you play them, you're going to have to bring your best. And, they do a lot of things really, really well. They have some seniors that are really good players, and they're really hard to play against. And, the game last time, it was back and forth. I thought played probably our best game, maybe, 1 or 2 with Benilde. And, so, I think they're going to come out flying. They're just in the same spot. They're trying to, be peaking into the season, and, their D-core is pretty good. Their goalie's good. They do a lot of really things, good things. And so I like having this to sort of a test as we get into playoffs.
Last question, Coach. With 2 home games left, you guys jockeying for a home playoff game. Owatonna's trying to get a home playoff game. Lakeville North, one of those teams isn't. Do you feel you have to win this week to wrap up a home playoff game? Or?
Yeah, maybe. It's hard to say what, the other teams do as
Yeah.
well. And, really for us, it comes back to, we talked with our guys about this, that this is the best time of the year. You're, watching scores, watching other teams, seeing what they're doing. And I think that, you know, when we are at our best, we're fine playing anybody.
Okay.
I think, we've shown that we've, played Farmington on the road tight. We played Benilde on the road tight. And so would it be great to have a home game? Yes, I think it would be great. We want to be at home, and I think it would be a good thing for our program. If we don't come out and perform well this week and don't get a home playoff game, I still like our chances
Yeah.
on the road.
Well, Coach Jefferson tonight, they're probably going to be looking for a little revenge themselves. Should be a good hockey game here. Well, puck drop in about 10 minutes. We'll talk to you from first.
Perfect. Thanks.
And thank you to head coach Brad Drazen, again, taking a lot to do before high school athletic events, and he always gracious enough with his time before the game to get his thoughts. And the summary from that, I think, is despite losing some games, the coaching staff the world isn't ending. You can see, just with the body language and posture and the way he talks about his team, he kind of likes a lot what's going on. We talked a little bit about the end of the Orono game, being down 6-3, getting 3 straight goals to come back. There is still a lot of good hockey being played. New Prague is healthy. They are full strength, and I think the good part is despite some losses piling up here in the last couple of weeks, the coaching staff still has belief that New Prague can make a run here the end of the regular season and into the playoffs. We are going to take a commercial timeout now. I want to thank our sponsors for making this possible. When we come back, starting lineups, drop of the puck. We're ETA 7:10 puck drop here from New Prague. You're watching Trojans Boys Hockey.
We've been providing outstanding sales and service since 1993. Whether you're looking for Featherlight, Sundowner, Bloomer, or Legend, we carry 8 major brands to ensure you get the best selection. From motorcycle trailers to luxury living quarter horse trailers, we have the quality you expect and the service you deserve. We even offer secure trailer storage. Since 2017, owners Sam and Crystal Blank of New Prague, together with their 5 children, have been proud to carry on this legacy. With a service team boasting over 75 years of combined experience, we're committed to excellence. Twin Cities Featherlight Trailer Sales. We look forward to satisfying your trailer needs.
Is your garage door giving you trouble? Whether it's a broken spring, malfunctioning opener, or you need a brand new door, AAI Garage Door is here to help. Doug and his team at AAI Garage Doors bring over 20 years of experience to every repair and installation, providing fast, reliable, and affordable solutions for your garage door needs. Serving New Prague and surrounding areas like Belle Plaine, Shakopee, Prior Lake, and more, we're proud to be your trusted local garage door experts. Call Doug today at 952-465-9409 or visit AAIGarageDoors.com for fast, friendly service. AAI Garage Doors, bringing you peace of mind one door at a time.
Home. It's where your story begins, and every story deserves a beautiful place to unfold. At Rocksmith Granite and Quartz, we craft surfaces made for real life, warm gatherings, busy mornings, and everything in between. From bright, inviting kitchens to calming, beautifully designed bathrooms, we bring craftsmanship, care, and elegance to every space. Whether you're building a new home or refreshing the one you love, Rocksmith Granite and Quartz, you're going to love our work.
If you are interested in a new furnace, AC, water heater, or water softener and want professional and quality installations along with great pricing, give us a call. Full Circle Mechanical, fully covering your home comfort needs. 651-315-2000, and let's go Trojans.
Mental health impacts every aspect of our lives. Yet for too long, it's been treated as a conversation to avoid. At Duck Cup Memorial, we know the cost of silence is far too high. That's why we've made it our mission to bring real stories and life-saving education to schools and communities. Through courage and connection, we're we're equipping young people, parents, and teachers with tools to recognize and address mental health struggles before it's too late. We do this because we believe no one should feel alone. We do this because every life matters, and we do this because in every season, your mental health matters. Help us bring hope to more communities. Your support, whether through donations, sharing our message, or wearing our merchandise, fuels our mission to end the stigma and build a culture of care. We hope you'll join us.
For over 90 years, Witt Construction has been building dreams in New Prague and the surrounding communities. They're a family-owned and operated business and are proud to be led by former New Prague Trojan hockey players who understand the importance of teamwork and dedication. That's why they're committed to providing their customers with the best possible experience. Whether you're building a new custom home, renovating your existing home, or need commercial construction services, they'll work with you to create a space that meets your unique needs and budget. They also will offer a wide range of other services, including excavation and deck building. So no matter what your project is, they can help you get it done right. Visit their website or call them today for more information.
Hero Home Services is your trusted ally in home comfort. Whether it's plumbing, heating, cooling, drains, ducts, or electrical, visit callhero.com now to schedule your service.
Teacher Appreciation Night here from New Prague is waiting both teams to come onto the ice. Let's get to your lineups. Your lineups today brought to you by Bishop Investments. And starting lineup for New Prague is similar as we've seen here the last couple of weeks. Carson Ashley will center the top line. He'll be flanked by Walker Anderson and Caden Brigham. Owen Dorzinski centers line number 2, skating with Jack Fronick and Grayson Whitty. Third line, Keenan Huber, who is a guy I've been impressed with the last few weeks, playing his best hockey, being flanked by Grayson Rue and Jackson Whitus, and I really liked Jackson's game against Orono. He was our Brandware first star of the game. 10th forward dressing tonight, Tayden Krocek. Defenseman Tyler Applin coming off a goal, the lone goal for New Prague in their 5-1 defeat to St. Louis Park on Saturday, skating with senior Cade Borwidge. Joey Bush back in the lineup after sickness held him out a week ago. He'll be with Riley Krocek. August Beckius and Chase Cloutier make up the third pairing. In net today, junior netminder number 30, Joey Closey. Joey coming in to the game with an 8-8-3 record, save percentage of .888, goals against of 3.33. Couple of sweaters to watch for New Prague as you're getting their starting lineup announced right now. Their starting lineup for Mason Van Brunt. He is tied for the team lead in scoring. He wears number 5. Forward for Bloomington Jefferson. He has 19 goals, 13 assists, 32 points on the season. He'll be joined by number 7, Franklin Schmitz on the back end. Leading point guy for Bloomington Jefferson on the back end. He has 25 points, 5 goals, and 20 assists. Other starters for Bloomington Jefferson, number 11, Chayton Luick, number 12, Benjamin Rupert, and number 21, Caden Larson, also leading the tied with Van Brunt for the team lead in points. He has 32 points, 10 goals, and 22 assists. The top setup man for Jefferson wears 21. In net for the Jaguars, number 35, Jack Freen. This is his 10th start. Bloomington Jefferson has played 2 goaltenders. They've alternated 2 goaltenders. This junior netminder, a goals against of 1.72. Save percentage of .924, getting just his 10th game action of the year. 35 for Jefferson. After the first intermission, we will have we are going to have the mites play for you. We're actually going to leave the camera on so you can watch the little guys skate at home. We'll also have the flag bearer interview and hear from head coach Brad Drazen. We are going to pause now for the national anthem, and then when we return, puck drop. Metro West hockey between New Prague and Bloomington Jefferson. A big game for the Trojans as they try to lock up a home playoff game.
Please rise and face the flag on the east end of the arena for the national anthem. Performed tonight by City Mosman, 2 pairs.
And we're all set to go here from New Prague. Trojans will be wearing their reds today. Jaguars in the baby blue. Bloomington Jefferson, man, when I grew up, they were the evil empire. They were the New York Yankees of high school hockey back in the one class state tournaments. I always got to skip one day of school a year. I always picked day one of the high school hockey tournament, and they were the haves back then, that is for sure. Jefferson hasn't been as good the last couple of years, but they've been kind of building to this, and this is their best season here in a while, with a 15-win campaign so far, and they're looking to make amends from a game that New Prague defeated them in a couple of weeks ago. It was a 5-4 game. Talking to Mitchell up here, the game had a lot of pace, a lot of chances. New Prague did a really good job forcing turnovers with their forecheck on Bloomington Jefferson's breakouts, and it was one of the best, if not the best, performance by the Trojans all season long. Jaguars, their last 5, 3-1-1 in their last 5. They have wins against Chaska, Benilde St. Margaret, and Orono. Those are some nice wins. And a loss to Chanhassen and a tie against Waconia their last time out. Puck is down, and we're underway as New Prague takes the draw, and Walker Anderson will chip in. Brigham on the forecheck, and Caden has it there. Cade Borwidge coming down from his point spot to make a play. Puck's fire back to line, and Borwidge has it there. Cade sends through. Good touch by Walker Anderson on the one touch. But he just has the ability to make those plays in tight centering pass in front, and that's puck's flipped down the ice. Good first shift for New Prague. All Trojans the first 30 seconds, and Jefferson has to ice it there. Good shift. It was a really nice one touch there by Anderson. Again, I talked about it last broadcast. He's able to keep his heart rate down when making some of those plays in traffic, in the midst of bodies, and he might be as good as anybody on the Trojans of making those subtle plays in tight. This draw won by Bloomington Jefferson. Blake Dozan comes forward. This is the top line for Jefferson, even though they didn't start. Dozan has Anders Bjorklund with them. There's the Dorzinski line on for New Prague. There's Jefferson to the slot, but good positioning there by Fronick, and that was a good pass by Jack, too. Right on the stick of Grayson Whitty, unable to collect. Bloomington Jefferson will gain the line cleanly and onside, and Riley Krocek bangs on the Frocheck. Good play by him. Fronick helps it along, at least to get it out. Jefferson will fire in. They go rink-wide dump in, and Riley Krocek has the puck there. Krocek hassle behind the net. Clears but not out. High slot. Joey Bush has a little time, and the puck seems to not be sitting down in this game. The puck's been kind of jumping up and down. Jack Fronick gets in. Grayson Whitty will forecheck. Huber on the ice as New Prague third line center. Then New Prague does force a turnover, but Jefferson reclaims as the Trojans elect to finish the line change. This is Rue, Whitus, and Huber are going to wave off icing. As I said, Borwidge could have played it. Good pace, good energy level here early. This is Bloomington Jefferson and New Prague. And I think this is a big game for the Trojans. I think if the Trojans win both this week, they will be at home, most likely against Owatonna in the playoffs. Here's Beckus. Good pass by August. August right on the tape of Grayson Rue. That allows Grayson to play with some speed, but he is pushed into the ball. The boards is the word by Samuel Moore. Puck comes to the line. That will come out. Second shift for Borwidge and Beckius, and Cade on the forehand back in his own end. Leading point getter from the back end for New Prague, Cade Borwidge, 7 goals, 11 assists, 18 points, and he will fire in. Grayson Rue made sure of it, and New Prague full sail line change. All 5 guys go. Only one whistle in the first 2.5 minutes. Good hockey here early on. No shots on goal, but the hockey is good. Tyler Applin does a good job buying enough time for Carson Ashley to come back. Be interesting to see this. My first time seeing Ashley. Carson did, as Joey Closey's going to put his glove on it. Carson did not get a shift in the third period in our last broadcast against Orono. All I was told, kind of coach's decision, and we'll interested to see, excited to see how the junior comes back and what kind of game he plays here today. You know, when 10 is at the top of his game, he is one of the better players around. puck's flipped in by Mason Van Brunt. Here's Tyler Applin on the backhand. Good pass to Chase Cloutier. Cloutier banks it back to center, looking to spring Anderson on a set piece. And Jefferson will come back 3-on-2. Slot, and that puck's rifled over the shoulder. Is a good job by Ashley on the back check. And here comes Carson Ashley with some speed. Ashley gains the red, goes by one, but poke check forward by David Kovar as Jefferson comes back. Riley Krocek for Caden Brigham. New Prague has been very responsible with the puck here early on, and there's a good play by Applin for Walker. Anderson behind his own net. Puck management has been very good, I actually think, by both teams, and that's one reason there hasn't been chances here, is neither team making mistakes in their own end. David Kovar knocks down Ashley. Potential for a hold. Puck's left there for Krocek. Ashley still on the ice. Long shift for Carson. Carson skates away with it. His backhand flip pass hits Blake Dozan, and Jefferson with a little sustained pressure. Here's Ashley for Joey Bush. First touch for Bush. Looking for Walker, and Anderson will skate ahead. Ashley has to get off. He does that. He does now. There's Riley. Riley goes by his man, gains the blue line. And again, uninterrupted action most of the time, meaning good hockey, and I think that has been absolutely true here as Jefferson comes back 2-on-2. Good job by Grayson Whitty marking Braden Thomas. Puck sent behind the net. And there's the first shot on goal in the game, and a good save by Joey Closey. And puck's flipped out for Fronick, and lost it momentarily. Dorzinski down, and the first shot on goal for New Prague is off the blocker. Rebound by Borwidge hits traffic. Each team with one shot on goal after we played 4.5 minutes without one. Behind his own net is Braden Thomas. Thomas to the wall, kept in by Borwidge, and the puck jumped up on him a little bit. And I don't think the puck has stayed flat here early in the first. JV result was 2-2. The two teams played to a tie. Here's August Beckius, good stick handle, and a good pass for Fronick. New Prague comes with numbers. Fronick with a shot. Oh, blocker save. Second time they tried to go to the blocker of Jack Freen, and the rebound just avoided New Prague. Puck sent down. They're going to wave off icing again. As they said, Benjamin Rupert could have played the puck, but chose to play the man. A couple of guys run into each other as Applin. The puck was in his feet, and he did a good job making sure that Chayton Luke didn't come in with speed. Whitus at the red. He will send on net, no icing. Love the no whistles here. This is super. Grayson Rue, good job winning the puck. Good job by Grayson. Behind the net, good pass for Whitus. Jackson wraparound looking for Ashley in front. Back to the point, Applin fires, and we get a whistle as the net's off, I believe. And that all started with Grayson Rue winning a board battle, and kind of won it easily. Came away at the puck and made a really nice pass to Jackson Whitus behind the net, but the net comes off before Applin's shot reaches the net. Shots on goal says 4 for New Prague. Not sure where the other 2 came from. And 1 for Jefferson. We're 11:20 left in the first period. And in their own end, Mason Van Brunt back to center. Applin has it there for Cloutier. Cloutier ahead for Carson Ashley. Ashley pushes forward, but Darren Donor, the sophomore for Jefferson, has the puck. They are going to wave off icing again as officials let him play. That's probably the first one that should have been. I think the New Prague bench wanted that to be an icing. Ashley up the wall, coming down, though, is David Kovar. That puck's rifled high and wide. Jefferson, a little pressure here. Again, I don't think there's been a dangerous chance in the game, and we're almost 7 in. Good positioning by Cloutier. Cloutier's pass for Walker Anderson. They try again, and they connect this time. Walker's going to buy time in the neutral zone. Anderson goes rink wide. Tough one for Tyler to handle, though. And Krocek with support. And New Prague, maybe the first time with bad puck management there in the neutral zone, does allow Jefferson to shoot in. Taken there and swept the boards by Dorzinski. Good up for Fronick. Here's Jack Fronick. Gains the blue. He will send towards the net. Gets deflected and taken there by Jefferson. Joey Bush is going to be aggressive going forward and did just enough to take away the momentum from Anders Bjorklund as Jefferson tries to spring Caden Larson. Again, a 32-point man, top assist guy for Jefferson. He wears 21 in the baby blue. Here's Larson. Centering pass in the slot. That's sent towards the net. Volleyed for there, and Fronick will take it. And good saucer pass to Grayson Whitty. Whitty for Bush. What pace. Bush looking for Whitty. Joey will reclaim to the line. Beckius and August and Keenan each thought the other was going to take it, and the puck comes back out. New Prague will fire in. They'll change 4. Only Beckius stays. Huber forces a turnover, takes the puck away from Rupert. There's Keenan behind the net. Takes a small hook, keeps skating. Beckius for Borwedge's shot and didn't get all of it. The fluttering shot into the blocker of the netminder Freen. 5th shot on goal for New Prague. We have had 1 whistle in 8 minutes. Borwedge puts his man to the wall. Braden Thomas, that's sent through the slot. Misses Huber's skate and Dozan's stick. Cade has the puck here to Whitus. Jackson down the ice. Good pace, though. It shouldn't go for icing. Oh, it is. And I need a breath. Somebody bring me some water. Under 9 to go in the first period. This will be our 3rd faceoff. We had an opening faceoff and icing. I missed. Joey actually covered one, actually. This is the 4th. Yeah, same difference. 8:51 to play in the first and scoreless. Shots on goal, New Prague 5, Jefferson 2. Here's Applin. All replays today brought to you by Twin Cities Featherlight Trailer and Storage. But as Tyler has the puck roll off his stick. Good support, though, by Ashley. And Carson comes away with it. Good defensive awareness there by Carson Ashley. Excellent stick handle there by Anderson, but his pass looking for Brigham and fails to click. As Jefferson comes in there, dangerous, Larson across, and just missing. Brigham now springs Walker. Walker's got a little time. Walker spins by the check of Van Brunt, but Mason got just enough of him to knock Walker off stride and take away a scoring opportunity. 8:08 to play in the first. Dorzinski forechecking his man. Good pace here early. I think both teams playing well, and sometimes there's not a lot of scoring chances when both teams doing what they're supposed to do. Puck management's been good both sides. Defensive positioning's been good both sides. And scoring chances, I think said Jefferson 1, New Prague 1, 8 minutes in. Jefferson to the slot, there's a got one. First good chance for the Jaguars. Puck comes to the slot, and Chayton Lewick puts it up over the glove. And you're going to get assist by Rupert and Donor, I believe. And New Prague strikes first at 9:21 of period number 1. As you see it again on the Twin Cities Featherlight replay, there's just an unmarked man in the slot just for a second. And over the glove, and Jefferson leads 1-0. Chayton Luke. They're going to give the assist to Grochow and Peterson. Grochow and Peterson, the assists on the goal by Chayton Lewick. And Jefferson leads 1-0. Back to live action, 7:15 to play period 1. So again, there was another game too. There's Grayson Rue, where New Prague defended well, and the first kind of scoring chance ended up in the net. And I think similar here, as here comes with speed Braden Thomas down the right wing. Good job defensively by New Prague. And New Prague doing really everything well. And, one chance ends up in the back of the net. Give the shooter credit. Lewick, labeled that one up over the glove. It's a high danger area. A quick release on the snapshot. And Lewick beats Closey over the glove. Draw one by New Prague. Here's Beckius. Beckius for Borwedge. Borwedge up the wall, back to center. Franklin Schmitz has it there. He's the top D-man, offensive D-man anyway, for Jefferson, wearing 7 in blue. Here's Briggerman. Briggerman softly, helped along by Ashley. Anderson has it, and Anderson's going to regroup. Seen Walker do that a few times. And it has the puck with speed. Here's Anderson. Fires, and that hits traffic. Good defense by Franklin Schmitz. Briggerman. Ashley there. Good strong stick by Carson. Finally is flipped out to center. Briggerman will touch it. They're going to say play on as Beckius has it here. Pace is slowed down a touch. Good pass by Beckius. Ashley with the stick handle. He'll fire it deep. New Prague will change. A point pushed forward by Riley Krocek. Zorzinski line back on the ice as New Prague finishes the change here. Breakout by the Jaguars. They'll flip ahead, but Riley Krocek has it there. Looking for Fronick, and Jack does a good job getting the puck deep. That'll allow Grayson Whitty to forecheck against Schmitz. Pair of sevens, one each side. Each good players battling behind the net now. They come together again. Whitty holds his ground, but the puck comes as Dorzinski checks his man. And support by Fronick. Still good hockey here in the first period. Trojans trail by a goal, but battle level is high by both teams as that puck is iced by Jefferson. Their second time icing the puck, and the Trojans will have an offensive zone draw here with 5:18 to play in the first period. Lewick from Grochow and Peterson at 9:21, the lone tally. Huber, Rue, Woitis up front for the Trojans. As the puck is dead, there's Rue. Oh, Grayson Rue from about the same spot that Lewick scored from. And the glove save by goaltender Jack Freehan. Again, just been alternating starts kind of with Owen Matthews. Just the 10th game played for the goaltender. Makes his best save with the glove there. Draw wanted but not cleared. Oh, that's Applin sending through as Jackson Woitis with net front presence. Here's Cloutier. Good pass by Chase. Applin steps by his man towards the net. Keenan Huber, first good sustained pressure for New Prague. Tyler coming down. Again, Tyler, the second leading point man from the back end for New Prague, has 5 goals and 7 assists. Cloutier sends forward. Huber, good shift by this line in front, and just evades Jackson Woitis, and Jefferson will break out. Potential for a 3-on-2 as Huber back checking. That puck's shot or saved by Closey and knocked away. Grayson had a little trouble recovering. That's in the slot. And finally, Tyler Applin will send to center. It will wave off icing as again Rupert came forward. 4:21 to play in the first. Hard off the forehand, well accepted by Caden Larson. And Schmitz fires in. We can hit the official for a little bit as Jefferson with a late change allows Borwidge to hit a wide open Brigham. Caden has a little trouble accepting though, and Jefferson comes in. Didn't manage that puck great, but a good hustle back by Caden after the mistake. Takes away a scoring opportunity, but Jefferson still keeps in. Here's August Beckius, leaves nicely for Borwidge. Borwidge for Caden. God, gotta accept that one. And here's Beckius. Ashley. Carson's had the stick, a nice stick handle by Carson. Does a good job gaining the line. Back for Beckius, sends towards the goaltender who poke checks it. A soft stick save into the netting, flipping it up, and we'll get an offensive zone draw. A little trouble there accepting passes on as New Prague tried to break out that shift. Saw some good stick handling, though, by Carson Ashley, able to gain the blue line for New Prague. Shots on goal, 7-5 Trojans. Score is still 1-0 Jefferson. No penalties in the game as Bush racing down with Anders Bjorklund. Both guys tumble, and I agree with the referee there. It was hard to see who was the instigator there, so he says play on as both guys tumbled, as that wrist shot from the high slot is blockered away by Closey. Puck's sent to the slot, and Jack Fronick does a good job clearing the center. Good angle there by Jack, knowing where the defenseman was, and safely getting the puck out of his own zone. That puck sent on, and Closey's going to stop and hold for a whistle, and shots on goal now 7-7. There was that turnover on the breakout, and I think Joey screened here a little bit. Shot was from a long way out, but you can see as Riley kind of in his vision for a little bit. It looked like Joey struggled with that one slightly. Obviously ends up making the save. We are under 3 minutes to play, period number 1. Grayson Rue and Jackson Woitis trying the break in. August Beckius will sweep back in. Puck's not deep though, as Jefferson will send. That should be icing as the puck jumped the stick of the goal scorer, Chayton Lewick. Yeah, puck hasn't settled down here. It's been jumpy in this period for whatever reason. There's been noticeable a few times, and again, I'm still learning hockey, but a few of these passes look like they should be settling down, and they jump up a little bit. Really, the first time I've noticed it here in these home games this year. There's Ashley on the draw. Here's Jefferson. Good pass on the stick of Logan Tofty. Tofty carries, and Beckius knocks it away momentarily. Gets support, and a great save by Closey. Best save of the game for either goaltender, as Franklin Schmitz on the goal mouth, as the puck is, actually the net is off. We'll get a defensive zone draw for New Prague. Closey, right, and it wasn't, I had the wrong guy. It was actually Tofty. Pretty good rush by Bloomington Jefferson. The drop pass, and Tofty skates by his man, and Closey up to the challenge with the left pad. I think that's a big save morale-wise for New Prague. You know, they played pretty well here, but being down 2-0, you know, when playing well, it would be tough for a group that's lost some games here in the last couple weeks. So Closey up to the challenge. Good save by the junior netminder, looking for his 9th win of the year. There's Beckius for Borwidge. These guys have used each other well in the first period. Mason Van Brunt. Here's Van Brunt back to the point. Taken there, and here comes New Prague off the turnover. 3-on-2. Odd man rush potentially, and the puck's just rolling again. There's Brigham. Good pass for Walker. Walker, slot, Borwidge, dangerous. Oh, he shot it wide. Best chance for New Prague. Puck is iced. Good passing play for the Trojans. Borwidge from prime real estate just missed wide. Really good pass from below the goal line there by Anderson. As you can see on the Twin Cities Featherlight trailer and storage replays, Borwidge just missing wide. And a nice passing play there. Brigham did a good job with his head up to Anderson, and Walker puts it right on the stick of Cade. Whitty, Bush sends through, hits the blade of Schmitz. Here comes Bloomington Jefferson counter-attacking. Bush with his man, centering pass. Ooh, on the short side there. Schmitz, but marked by Dorzinski very nicely. Kept in by Schmitz. Jefferson dangerous, no! And that, they score. Over the shoulder, and Jefferson now leads 2-0. It's going to be Blake Dozan. And a little trouble getting it out. New Prague tried to clear, but Schmitz gloves it down. Very close to being offsides as Schmitz gloved it at the blue line. Tight one. And just a really good shot by Dozan. Franklin Schmitz on the assist. And Jefferson leads 2-0. Here's Rue. Whitus steps, knocked down to the ice. To the line, Beckius down the wall for Whitus. Jackson looking to go cross ice for Borwidge. I actually like the idea. Cade had some time and space, would have got through, but the Jaguars playing with the good sticks. That clearing attempt hits a Jaguar. And New Prague has not given up very many good chances. I have it really just as 3. The 2 that went in, and the really good left pad save by Closey. So really just a 3-chance period by a 15-win Metro West team, but the score is 2-0. Here come the Jaguars. We're under a half minute to play, period 1. Borwidge, good bank pass for Ashley. Carson in a sea of Jaguars, and he won the puck. Good job by Carson as New Prague was changing there. That was 1-on-4, and Carson Ashley was able to keep the puck in the zone and allow his team to join on the change. 5 seconds left in the period. That's a step forward. We fire down the ice. They're going to wave off icing, and both teams will go to the room. The Jaguars will lead 2-0 after 1 period of play. Shots on goal, Bloomington Jefferson 9, and New Prague 7. Goals in the period. Chayton Look at 9:21, and Blake Dozan gets his 17th of the year at 15:46. So we're going to treat this period a little different. We are actually just going to put the cameras on the Mites, and the Mite 22 team and the Mite 11 team are going to be on the ice, and we're going to watch. Let's let the camera roll a little bit on them. When we come back, we'll hear from head coach Brad Drazen. We'll get the first period replays and highlights, and we'll also have the flag bearer interviews from New Prague Squirt C. Black, Grayson Millard, Owen Schoenbauer, and Miles Robertson. We will hear from them after period number 1 as well. So now we're just going to put the camera on the mites and then enjoy the future of New Prague Trojans hockey. I think Phoenix Velarde just had a goal on the other side. Phoenix Velarde. Bennett Milbrandt just scored on the Mite 22 team. Grayson Lehman with the goal. That was Anders Drazen lighting the lamp. And good job to the Mites, the Mite 22 team, the Mite 11 team getting to show off their skills at the end of one period. Our varsity game, Bloomington Jefferson does lead 2-0 after one. We'll hear from head coach Brad Drazen here in a second. Let's get to your first period replays and highlights, brought to you by Twin Cities Featherlight and Storage. Not too many scoring chances either way, and really New Prague with a couple. I had Jefferson just with 3 chances in the game, in the period, 3 good chances anyway, but problem was New Prague only had 1. Maybe just that Borowich opportunity off the pass from Walker Anderson, really the only great grade A one for New Prague. As, the net was off the mooring there as Tyler Appel looking for his second goal in 2 games. And so not a ton of chances. I thought the pace of play was good. I thought the tempo was good. One-time opportunity there for Borowich. Didn't get all of it. This was off the draw as Grayson Rue with the wrist shot from the slot. Just failed to click. And we are going to dump here the rest of the replays. Head coach Brad Drazen joining us. Coach, your son get a goal there?
Yeah, I think so. He snuck one in.
Yeah, it just happens. End of the first period, Coach, defensively, I only had Jefferson for 3 scoring chances total in the period, but they get a couple. Defensively, you guys did a lot right.
Yeah, I think we did too. And, they're a good team. They're going to get chances, and, so are we. So are we, and we're just going to have to capitalize on them.
How do you generate more offensive chances? Again, the game had a lot of pace, a lot of tempo, not many whistles. We went about 7 minutes without a whistle there in the first period, but maybe only 1 or 2 grade A's for you. How do you guys get more?
I think we need to bring the puck more to the net. I think there was times where we had a good team shot where it's in the goalie's pads and it bounces out in front, and we're right there. Cade had a good look, Grayson Rue had a couple good looks, and so I think you got to do the right things. And, I think defensively we get the puck going north fast. Like, they have a heavy forecheck, so.
All 3 lines playing pretty much equal, but I do think the top line had some good things going. Walker Anderson had a really couple good passes. He hit Cade Borowich up in the slot for the best opportunity of the period. Caden Brigham with a couple of good plays in the offensive zone. Carson Ashley able to sidestep some guys. It does look like those guys are working well together up front.
Yeah, and it wasn't all bad that period.
Yeah.
Like, I thought we played hard. That we defended well. I thought maybe our physicality could have been a little bit more, so they're not able to break out quite so quick. I think our second forward's a little bit late in the offensive zone, but that's all stuff that's within our control.
Just general summary, then nothing to change, right? There's nothing. You guys are going to keep playing the same way and just generate a few more chances.
I think so. I think so. We got to keep our energy up and go and attack. We're in this game where we played a good period. We played how we wanted to, and we got to go make our own luck here.
Coach, thanks again for joining us. Fun to see the Mites go. It's the future of New Prague hockey, but go get them. Good luck.
Thank you.
It's head coach Brad Drazen after the first period of play again. I agree with him. I don't think there's a lot to change. I don't think there's a lot wrong going on. We played 17 minutes, gave up 3 scoring chances. 2 of them just happened to be really good shots from dangerous areas by Jefferson. They lead 2-0, and after 1 period of play here from New Prague. What we're going to do now is we're going to take a timeout. When we come back, we're going to get your flag bearer interview brought to you by Full Circle Mechanical. So we'll get a timeout, we'll get the flag bearer interview, and we'll get you set for period number 2 of action. Jefferson leads 2-0 after 1. You're watching Trojans Boys Hockey.
At Twin Cities Featherlight Trailer Sales, we've been providing outstanding sales and service since 1993. Whether you're looking for Featherlight, Sundowner, Bloomer, or Legend, we carry 8 major brands to ensure you get the best selection. From motorcycle trailers to luxury living quarter horse trailers, we have the quality you expect and the service you deserve. We even offer secure trailer storage. Since 2017, Owners Sam and Crystal Blank of New Prague, together with their 5 children, have been proud to carry on this legacy. With a service team boasting over 75 years of combined experience, we're committed to excellence. Twin Cities Featherlight Trailer Sales. We look forward to satisfying your trailer needs.
Is your garage door giving you trouble? Whether it's a broken spring, malfunctioning opener, or you need a brand new door, AAI Garage Door is here to help. Doug and his team at AAI Garage Doors bring over 20 years of experience to every repair and installation, providing fast, reliable, and affordable solutions for your garage door needs. Serving New Prague and surrounding areas like Belle Plaine, Shakopee, Prior Lake, and more, we're proud to be your trusted local garage door experts. Call Doug today at 952-465-9409 or visit AAIGarageDoors.com for fast, friendly service. AAI Garage Doors, bringing you peace of mind one door at a time.
Home. It's where your story begins, and every story deserves a beautiful place to unfold. At Rocksmith Granite and Quartz, we craft surfaces made for real life, warm gatherings, busy mornings, and everything in between. From bright, inviting kitchens to calming, beautifully designed bathrooms, we bring craftsmanship, care, and elegance to every space. Whether you're building a new home or refreshing the one you love, Rocksmith Granite and Quartz, you're going to love our work.
If you are interested in a new furnace, AC, water heater, or water softener and want professional and quality installations along with great pricing, give us a call. Full Circle Mechanical, fully covering your home comfort needs. 651-315-2000, and let's go Trojans!
Mental health impacts every aspect of our lives. Yet for too long, it's been treated as a conversation to avoid. At Duck Up Memorial, we know the cost of silence is far too high. That's why we've made it our mission to bring real stories and life-saving education to schools and communities. Through courage and connection, we're equipping young people, parents, and teachers with tools to recognize and address mental health struggles before it's too late. We do this because we believe no one should feel alone. We do this because every life matters, and we do this because in every season, your mental health matters. Help us bring hope to more communities. Your support, whether through donations, sharing our message, or wearing our merchandise, fuels our mission to end the stigma and build a culture of care. We hope you'll join us.
For over 90 years, Witt Construction has been building dreams in New Prague and the surrounding communities. They're a family-owned and operated business and are proud to be led by former New Prague Trojan hockey players who understand the importance of teamwork and dedication. That's why they're committed to providing their customers with the best possible experience. Whether you're building a new custom home, renovating your existing home, or need commercial construction services, they'll work with you to create a space that meets your unique needs and budget. They also will offer a wide range of other services, including excavation and deck building. So no matter what your project is, they can help you get it done right. Visit their website or call them today for more information.
Hero Home Services is your trusted ally in home comfort. Whether it's plumbing, heating, cooling, drains, ducts, or electrical, visit callhero.com now to schedule your service.
Yeah, I want to thank the sponsors again for making the broadcast possible all season long. And I didn't have many questions for Coach Drazen after the first period. I was grasping at straws a little bit. Yeah, it's a good first period. They had a couple chances, scored a couple theirs. We had a couple chances, didn't score on theirs. That's 2-0. And nothing really to change. There's nothing terrible going on. I think a lot of what New Prague did was good, and hopefully maybe the long change here in the second period can generate a little bit more speed, be able to carry the puck over the blue line a little bit more consistently and generate offense that way. Heard from Coach Drazen. Now let's hear from our flag bearers of the day. Lacey was able to catch up with New Prague Squirt C Black players Grayson Millard, Owen Schainbauer, and Miles Robertson.
August. And who is your biggest role model in the hockey community?
My dad.
Great. Next player, why don't you come on in? All right, Bud, what's your name, number, and position?
Cooper Mexon, number 35, and I
Little technical glitch there, and apologize for that. We are going to, we'll try to get that back up and loaded for the second period. So apologize to Grayson, Owen, and Miles. We're going to try to get that one, we'll try to get that sorted out. We were able to hear from them earlier, but a little technical glitch. We'll try to do that after the second period of action. So that's where we're at. We're at 2-0. We are going to take a few minute timeout. We're looking at 8 o'clock puck drop for period number 2. 8 o'clock puck drop. Zamboni still on the ice finishing up. Now we're going to take a break. We'll take a timeout, and we'll be back for the second period of action. You're watching Trojans Boys Hockey. welcome back. Getting ready. Both teams are taking the ice, getting ready for a good second period. I thought it was good hockey. Good hockey in the first. A lot of continuous play. One or two whistles in the first half of the period. A lot of good stuff going on. I think New Prague wants to generate more chances. I think, if you could take one thing from the period and one thing that needs to change is how do we gain the Jefferson blue line with more speed, with more numbers, and maybe the long change now in the second period. You definitely see more open ice in period 2 than you do 1 and 3 because of that, and maybe open ice is going to help the Trojans a little bit here, generate some chances. So, again, that defensive positioning was good for the majority of the period. That's a 15-win Metro West team that you just went 17 minutes and only gave up 3 scoring chances. A lot going well, but the Trojans definitely need the next one as they do trail 2-0 here as the second period about to be underway. Shots on goal officially in the first period, 10-7 for Jefferson. Again, after the game, stay tuned for your Brandware 3 stars of the game. Last game of the regular season is Thursday. That will be on the air against Chaska. Again, I think New Prague, if they go 2-0 this week, they will be at home with a good chance at maybe the 3 seed. 0-2, I think they're going on the road. I think even though they beat Owatonna in the regular season, might not work out for New Prague's way. 1-1. Probably the 4 at home a week from Thursday against Owatonna. Underway, good play by Ashley. Ashley for Anderson. Anderson tried to leave for Ashley, I think at the back of his own skate, and Jefferson counterattacks just onside on the back check by Anderson. Hits the linesman, but that actually works out for New Prague. Is Carson Ashley stick handling, and he's knocked off the puck, and Frine stick handles it into the corner. Again, I thought the top line did some good things for New Prague in the first period. I don't think they generated a ton of chances, but I do think they had the puck the majority of the time. It's a good hit by Anderson. Anderson tried to play back for Borwidge. His backhand play for Fronic. Not a good play there by Walker. I thought all Walker's shifts in the first were good. I think he wants this shift back probably a little bit to start the second. Here comes Bush, his own end. Joey on the forehand looking for Borwidge. Jefferson keeps in Jaguars, and that is a quick surprise snapper by Anders Bjorklund. That will come all the way out to center, and Jefferson regroups there. New Prague does finally finish their change, and here comes with speed, 2-on-2, and that backhand across the slot for Blake Dozan. He is a goal scorer for Jefferson. He has one of the 2. Dorzinski hits Whitty. Grayson Whitty trying to go by his man. Darren Donor on defense. That's sent towards the slot by Krocek and didn't quite get to the goaltender, and Jefferson comes back. Numbers are even. Delayed offsides. Here's Joey Bush. Bush hits Whitty on the stick. Good job by Grayson, sidestepping the first man. Whitty will send towards, and the soft shot easily handled by Freen, and we get a whistle and stoppage. Good stick handling there by Grayson Whitty, and you've seen a little bit more pace here. You saw Carson have, a little skating room here in the second period. You saw Grayson with some there. And New Prague with an offensive zone draw taken by Huber. Huber wins it clean. Here's Waitis. And Keenan's won a couple of those opportunities there. New Prague generated a scoring chance. First time he did it in the first period. Good play by Huber. Waitis selects to use skate, not stick, and Jefferson will take it. And from the bad angle, trying to go short side, fired wide, kept in by Schmitz. Coming down is Samuel Moore, defenseman for Jefferson. Huber working against him. This is Huber, Rue, and Waitis. Good shot blocked by Grayson Rue. Puck comes back to center. Will be fired in. And Jefferson will they will not change. They started to, elected not to. Here's Joey Bush. He'll whack it forward. New Prague having exit trouble here. Huber for Rue. Rue takes a hit from Logan Tofty. And the Jaguars keep the puck in the New Prague end. All kinds of trouble by the Trojans trying to depart as Joey Bush will turn back. Bush to Rue, looking for Waitis. Waitis lifts the stick of his man, and Jefferson will shoot back in. Boy, this New Prague, some of these New Prague guys been on the ice for quite a while. Ooh, it's going to be a delayed offsides. I think New Prague wanted a whistle there ideally. Here's Jackson Waitis at the end of a very, very long shift. And I didn't get the puck deep. New Prague was changing there, and now Jefferson will counterattack. Applin did get on the ice. Slot fires, and that hit traffic in front. I don't think it got to Closey. That's one you'd like to see the New Prague forward get deep as guys were on the ice for about 90 seconds straight there. And Grayson Rue is still on the ice. Holy cow. Well, look at Grayson try to get off here. Joey Bush is dogged tired as well. Those two guys were on the ice forever as the shot goes high and wide over the glass. Good hit there by New Prague. Yet to have a penalty. Here's Chase Cloutier put into the boards by Logan Peterson. Chase gets support by Carson Ashley. 4-man scrum. Nobody wins the puck yet. We're 4 minutes into period 2 if you're just joining us. New Prague trails 2-0 to Bloomington Jefferson. Ashley knocks his man down, kept in by the Jaguars. I don't think either team had a ton of offensive zone time in period 1, a lot of time in the neutral zone, but Jefferson has carried the play here in the first few as New Prague is going to ice, and we get a whistle and stoppage with 12:41 to play in the second period. Yeah, the team in blue has had the better of the play here in the second. As Dozan looking for his second goal here on the break-in. That was after New Prague tried to, I think, Waitis changed. A couple of guys changed. One of the defensemen got off. But nothing bad came of it. There's Dorzinski. Jefferson sweeps the puck back and the New Prague end. And too much of the play in the Trojans' zone to start the second. Here's Beckius. Beckius to center, but taken by Jefferson, and they counterattack. Have numbers, at least briefly. And Borwood steps in front of his man nicely. Fronick checking Schmitz. Schmitz tried to leave for Caden Larson. Yeah, New Prague's going to have to find their energy again. Yeah, I thought it was a really good first. This has not been a strong first 5 minutes of the second. There's a good save by Closey. Off the stick and blocker into the netting. And the Trojans need to regroup here to start the second. .11:56 to play period 2. They're still in the hockey game. Again, a lot right in the first, not too much right here in the second. And the Jaguars hungry, looking for a third. Yeah, the next goal is going to be key. Trojans get the next one, generate a little momentum, cut it to 1. We got a hockey game. Samuel Moore regrouping his own end. That's going to be offsides as Keenan Huber just missed keeping it in. Pretty good stick handle at the end of it, but blown down correctly. I got to give the officials credit here. They've done a good job. You know, the 50-50 icings they wave off. It's a pro continuous action group, and I like that. Rue is knocked down. Interesting for New Prague. They go Huber line, then Dorzinski, then back to Huber. That's a good job by Waitis on the back check, but taken by Jefferson. Wrap around, and Krocek sweeps it away at the last second. Jefferson's dangerous. That's wrist shot blocked by Waitis. See if New Prague can generate momentum here defensively. Krocek checking Bjorklund. Here's Dozan. Has some time and space. Behind the net. Time. Back to the wall. Fired by the defenseman. Deflected in front and goes wide. Waitis out to center, and Rule will skate after it. The ice time by a couple of these third liners in this second period. A lot for New Prague. Benjamin Ruppert. Ruppert will fire in. 10:50 to play in the second. Here's Riley Krocek. As a little miscommunication by the Jefferson bench allows New Prague to come to center with speed. This is Ashley with speed with Bregman, wrist shot, save Caden on the rebound. And that rush all stemmed from miscommunication about what line was coming out onto the ice for the Jaguars. Good job by Ashley and Bregman generating a chance. Here comes Walker just onside. Anderson. And the puck has the puck knocked off his stick though, and Logan Tofty will send to center. Cloutier has it. Cloutier on the forehand. Anderson chips in. cleanly and legally, and we play forward. Here come the Jaguars. That's David Kovar is going to ice it. And New Prague kind of flip momentum a little bit. We'll have an offensive zone draw. There's that wraparound opportunity, a dangerous one. Actually goes off the back of Closey. And I think Riley Krocek got a piece of it as well. Found a way to keep the puck out of the net. As Ashley Brigham trying to use the screen from Ashley there from high up in the slot. 10:07 to play second period. Still 2-0 Jaguars. Dorzinski. Owen has the puck. The pass for Fronick. Jack couldn't hit the timer, rolled off his stick, but Applin sends, but hits Dorzinski in the back, and that will allow the Jaguars to come back to center. That's shot in from the red line by Larson. Closey will leave it. He'll reverse, but the only guy there is the Jaguars, and they just shot wide by Van Brunt. That's sent through and into the breadbasket of Closey, who makes the save. A little miscommunication in the own end. So Joey, the goaltender, stopped the puck on the ring around, and thought a defenseman was going to be there, wasn't. And a dangerous opportunity by Van Brunt. New Prague does a good job on this defensive zone draw, but Whitus falls down. Turnover Jaguars. Again, much of the second period's been in the Trojans' end. On the forehand is Grochow, who had an assist on the first goal of the game for Jefferson. His attempted pass goes up into the netting, and we get another stoppage. Again, no penalties, but first time we do get an infraction. All power plays and penalty kills brought to you by Master Electric. Nice job on the draw by Huber. Hits Rue in stride, and Rue for Whitus. Whitus from the bad angle and just misses the glove. A good rush there by this group. A ton of ice time for 6:20 and 36 to start period two. Beckius looking for Rue, hits Huber's stick. Huber just onside. The determination by Keenan, outworking two Jaguars for the puck. Beckius, good pass for Borwage, just in his skates. Idea there, here's Cade. With time, Borwage through, and Whitus looking for the tip. Good save by Freen. The lunging play by Whitus. And comes to center, and Beckius will fire back in. This line being rewarded with a little extra ice time. That was just great effort. Two individual effort plays, one for Whitus and one for Huber. Winning battles. Borwage will skate back, and New Prague seems to have answered the bell here after a sluggish first few minutes, playing now some in the New Prague, or in the Jefferson end. Here comes Joey Bush back, 8:15 to play, period two. Anderson's going to chip it. They're going to wave off icing. Say his skate was just on the red line. Again, one of those 50-50 calls that this referee crew says play on. Ashley looking for Anderson. Freen on the forehand. Krocek will chip in. First one to it is going to be Benjamin Rupert, but Brigham working against him. Caden knocks him down. Dorzinski. And good pressure there, and Dorzinski forced a turnover for just a second, but puck claimed by Jefferson. Joey Bush working against his man, Anders Bjorklund. Bjorklund fires in, 7:30 to play second period. A lot of continuous action here like we had in the first. Fronick at center, and knocked back in by Darren Doner. Centering pass looking for Dozan. High slot, wrist shot wide by Van Brunt. Dozan has the second goal for Jefferson. Good pass there across the slot, and the net is off. We get a stoppage. 7:09 to play in the second period. Shots on goal, 3-3 in the second, and there's that opportunity for the 6:20 and 36 line, as Borwage, a pretty good job there getting the puck through, and Whitus looking for the deflection and just missed. Puck is jumping all over the place. The bouncing puck, more like a ball than a puck there, as Grayson Whitty forces the turnover. Whitty knocked down. Here's Fronick. Fronick taking a couple of hooks. Good job by Whitty. Sidestepping shot, just missed. Rebound, Dorzinski. And the best chance in the period for New Prague. Yeah, pretty good job by Grayson Whitty changing the angle to make sure the shot wasn't blocked. Fronick will fire in, and Freen will leave there. Krocek trying to keep in, could not. Back into the neutral zone. 6.5 to play in the second. Here's Jefferson looking for the breakaway pass taken by Krocek. Look for Huber, but miscommunication there again. And Krocek takes the puck away with some space. Fronick and Huber, 2-on-1. Fronick for Krocek, and he'll slap shot, goes way wide. Joey Bush on the forehand will bang it around the wall. Here's Huber again. Rue, Borwidge, good pass by Grayson. Cade for Joey. Bush through. And Freen makes the save as Huber skated in front. And some guys have gotten there with their legs for New Prague here in the back half of the second. Huber, Rue, Wojtas again. Maybe I'm just pretending it's happening, but it feels like this trio being rewarded with extra ice time. Here's Rue through, and that's a skate save by the goaltender, Freen. They are winning puck battles now. Behind the net, Wojtas walks out, wrap around off the pad of the goaltender. Turnover forced by New Prague, but the puck rolls off a Rue's stick. Beckius reverses for Borwidge, who falls down, and good recovery by Cade, as I think the net's off again, as Cade lost an edge, became dangerous in the New Prague zone, but good recovery by the senior defenseman. 5:34 to play in the second. Yeah, first 4 or 5 minutes all Jefferson. I think the last few minutes have been all New Prague. Scoreless here in the second period. 2-0 Jefferson leads. Goal at 9:21 of the first by Chayton Look. Goal at 15:46 by Blake Dozan. There's Beckius against Dozan here. Dozan goes behind the back, below the red line. Reverse back to the point. There's Anderson, knocks his man down, no call. Ashley springs Walker. This is going to be a 3-on-1. Anderson for Ashley, and the puck jumps a little bit. As just that puck will not settle today. Man, it's been jumping. As a shot, looked like was going to be a dangerous opportunity, ends up staying kind of a normal one. Here come the Jaguars by Borwidge, a shot, and a save by Closey. With the puck, this is Anders Bjorklund. Bjorklund, now here's Anderson, a potential for a 2-on-1 again. Ashley and Anderson. Ashley to Walker. Oh, it's a save by Freed. Play opening up here. Here's Joey Bush. Bush leads for Borwidge. Borwidge, he hit the shot blocker. Gotta miss him. Puck's fluttered in. But a couple of odd man rushes for New Prague, and you can see whatever sluggishness they had early has gone away, and the game's been pretty even since then. Bush and his guy, where Dorzinski comes all the way back in his own end, below his own red line. And here's Applin forcing a turnover. And Dorzinski skates it away. Jefferson hasn't managed the puck as well the last few minutes. That's allowed some opportunities as Grayson Whitty fell down. He might have stepped on the puck. Here's Dorzinski. Dorzinski trying to go short side over the glove. Fronick to the front. Whitty banging away. And it's taken there by the goaltender, Freen. And New Prague with their best sustained action of the hockey game in the last 4 minutes. Yeah, here's that first rush. You can see the puck just jumped on Ashley a little bit. And here's Ashley and Anderson. Really good pass there by Carson. And Walker, the leading goal scorer for New Prague, looking for his 20th. And tried to go to the short side there and maybe just shot it off the outside of the net. That was Dorzinski walking the puck to the front of the net, trying to go over the shoulder, and a good save by Freen there. Applin hits the shot blocker, and Tyler's going to have to come back to center. A couple of times New Prague's hit the guy in front of him. But they are definitely playing better in the last few minutes. Shots on goal have changed. 17-14 now. New Prague, 10-4 in the period. And the last 5 minutes, the Trojans have been the better hockey team. They're forcing turnovers. They're managing the puck better, and they've been dangerous in the Jefferson end. Bush for Rue. Grayson Rue, Tyler Applin, but the puck is just bouncing like a ball again. Here's Applin sends toward the net as New Prague was finishing a line change. 3:08 to play in the second. On the forehand, this is Mason Van Brunt. Good job by Ashley, forcing the turnover. Stolen by Carson. Retaken away by New Prague, and Applin will keep in. Van Brunt, and a good stretch pass. Here's Caden Larson. Applin marking him, centering pass for Franklin Schmitz, joining the rush. Good play by New Prague. They're breaking out odd man again, 3-on-1. Applin, Anderson, and Bush. Applin scores! Tyler Applin beats Freen glove side. And the third odd man rush in 3 minutes. New Prague capitalizes here. Turnover forced. Applin with his 6th. There's a well labeled there, glove side. And New Prague has cut it to 2-1. Back-to-back games for Applin with a goal. And that goal brought to you by Hero Services, serving the Twin Cities for over 100 years. Applin, the goal, will listen for the assist. Only going to be 1 assist chipped out. There's a Jefferson. Here's Borwidge for Anderson. And Anderson misses wide, trying to tie it up. They got Bush and Anderson for the assist on the goal by Applin. So New Prague now trails 2-1. And again, I think that's a deserved goal. They were the better team here the last 5 minutes, forcing turnovers, generating offense, and deserved one, and a really good shot by Tyler Applin. So Applin's 6th as of now, assist to Joey Bush, his 8th assist of the year, and Walker Anderson, his team leading 33rd point, as Jefferson ices it with 1:49 to play in the second. Pretty good shot there by Tyler. And the choice, going glove side there, didn't have much angle. Good job, whether it was Bush or not. Again, I turned my head a little bit, but the first pass exiting the zone onto Applin's stick, as here comes Jefferson. They go width with speed. Couple times there, they've gone from the board side, rink-wide pass to the neutral zone, trying to catch a winger with speed, but New Prague's handled that well. 1:31 to play second period, 2-1 Jefferson. And I think the first, there's a cross check, and Applin knocked down, and he's angry. And he knocks his man into the boards. He was going to get a hit there. He didn't like bad turnover, and Bush knocks his man down, and they're going to get a penalty. Boy, the referee that was right there elects not to call it, and the referee at center ice is going to grab him, and Joey Bush is going to go for hooking is going to be the call, and New Prague's going to be shorthanded for the first time. Bush for hooking at 15:50, and just a tough turnover for New Prague in their own end. And Joey coming back. And as you can see on the Twin Cities Featherlight Trailer Storage and Replay, it wasn't the knockdown, it was the stick in the hands before that. And good, I don't think that got all the way to Closey, and with the save. So we're 1 minute to play as Anderson knocks his man down. Free knocks it away, and New Prague's hunger level's gone up. And they're going to even it up there. Ashley is tripped, and stick in the skate blade of Carson, and we're going to play 4-on-4 hockey. Just 17 seconds into the power play. So Anderson knocks his man down, and then Ashley is knocked down as the stick by Franklin Schmitz into the skates, and we're going to go play 4-on-4 the rest of the period. So 52.7 left in the second. 2-1 Jefferson the score, if you just joined us. Jaguars got 2 in the first. Tyler Applin responds late here in the second on a 3-on-1, and now each team has taken their first penalty of the hockey game, and we're skating even strength at 4-on-4 with under a minute to go. There's Beckius. Beckius will send in Freen with the glove. Any word on the flag bearer interview? Or a no? Try to get that. If we can't get the flag bearer interview for you, we'll do it Thursday, and we'll just have 2 of them. Draw one. Here's Borwidge looking for the equalizer. Again, 4-on-4. Borwidge, Anderson, Beckius, Ashley, Walker back for Cade. Cade through, and the tip by Ashley goes just wide. Here's Beckius for Carson Ashley. Again, New Prague has been really good the last 6 minutes. As Borwidge and August, each thought the other one was going to have it. Counterattack by the Jaguars, and just wide. Is trying to chip over. There's a cross. Yeah, Jefferson's going for cross check. Just a bad penalty. Braden Thomas was frustrated on that he couldn't get one, and he just and a misconduct. So he's getting 2 and a misconduct as well. So 2 and 10. Is it 10 in high school hockey from? Yeah. So we're going to get a cross check, and we're going to get a 10 misconduct. And New Prague is going to have a 4-on-3 power play for the last 15 seconds. So Thomas is going to get 2 for cross checking, and I'm pretty sure that that's misconduct as well. So I think 2 and 10 for Thomas. Here comes Ashley, draw one. Beckius, he didn't get all of it. And softly into the glove by Freen. So 12.4 to go. And I really like the way New Prague's played the last 8-9 minutes of this period. Looking for the equalizer now, 4-on-4. 10 seconds to go in the frame. Again, they will be on the power play to start the third if they don't get one here. Anderson fires high and wide. Borwidge, 1 second left towards the net. Knocked away. And we are set up for a really good third period of play. New Prague will start on the power play. They'll have a 4-on-3 power play for 50 seconds. And if that's not successful, they'll have 18 seconds of 5-on-3 action trying to tie this game. So a sluggish first 4 minutes of the second for New Prague, but much the best the last 9, and we're all set for a really good third period. Let's take a look at the second period. Highlights and replays and highlights brought to you by Twin Cities Featherlight Trailers and Storage. Again, a period that saw New Prague get the lone goal. That was Tyler Applin, and the game opened up a little bit as some odd man rushes. This one wasn't, but you saw good stick handling by Grayson Whitty in the neutral zone as shot didn't have much traffic. Easy one for Frine to save, but the stick handling talent of Whitty there. There's again, not an odd man rush, but I think Briggerman and Ashley using each other correctly here. You can see, you get the drop and the screen and trying to give the vision trouble by the Bloomington Jefferson goaltender. Keenan Huber's determination. You saw a lot of ice time for the 6, 36, and 20 line, and it's because of plays like this. That puck should be won by Bloomington Jefferson, but Keenan just wanted it more. You saw that line still on the ice here. Here was Borwidge's opportunity as Waitis' tip, or attempted tip, just missed here. As you can see, Jackson's best skill, his net front presence. I think it did go off the shoulder of the goaltender. Here's Grayson Whitty from a good, dangerous area from inside the circle. Grayson's had more opportunities in that second period than he did in the first, and the rebound stopped by Freen as well. And then the game really opened up here as you get the first 2-on-1 as the puck jumped on Carson a little bit. The second 2-on-1 with Ashley and Anderson here as Walker was stoned by the goaltender on this rush. As that was 2 on the same shift, 2 2-on-1s. And then New Prague does this was from behind the net. Dorzinski walking out. As you can see, New Prague really pushing the back half of that second period. And then I think our next one's going to be the goal. As Tyler Applin leading a 3-on-1. Good play by Joey Bush in his own end and goes short side, glove side on the netminder Freen. Look at the location of the shot. Boy, that was a excellent shot from a tough angle as Tyler Applin feeling all the confidence as his 6th goal of the year. 13 points for the sophomore defenseman, second behind just Borwidge on the back end. So that is your second period highlights and replays brought to you by Twin Cities Featherlights Trailers and Storage. Zamboni is on the ice We're in a really good hockey game here. Jefferson leads 2-1. We're going to take about a 10-minute break. Actually, we're going to play a commercial timeout, and we'll take a break right after that. Thank our sponsors for making this possible. So commercials, we'll take a break, and we'll be back for the third anticipated puck drop at about 8:40 for period number 3. Trojans trail 2-1. Back in 10 minutes.
At Twin Cities Featherlight Trailer Sales, we've been providing outstanding sales and service since 1993. Whether you're looking for Featherlight, Sundowner, Bloomer, or Legend, we carry 8 major brands to ensure you get the best selection. From motorcycle trailers to luxury living quarter horse trailers, we have the quality you expect and the service you deserve. We even offer secure trailer storage. Since 2017, owners Sam and Crystal Blank of New Prague, together with their 5 children, have been proud to carry on this legacy. With a service team boasting over 75 years of combined experience, we're committed to excellence. Twin Cities Featherlight Trailer Sales. We look forward to satisfying your trailer needs.
Is your garage door giving you trouble? Whether it's a broken spring, malfunctioning opener, or you need a brand new door, AAI Garage Door is here to help. Doug and his team at AAI Garage Doors bring over 20 years of experience to every repair and installation, providing fast, reliable, and affordable solutions for your garage door needs. Serving New Prague and surrounding areas like Belle Plaine, Shakopee, Prior Lake, and more, we're proud to be your trusted local garage door experts. Call Doug today at 952-465-9409 or visit AAIGarageDoors.com for fast, friendly service. AAI Garage Doors, bringing you peace of mind one door at a time.
Home. It's where your story begins, and every story deserves a beautiful place to unfold. At Rocksmith Granite and Quartz, we craft surfaces made for real life, warm gatherings, busy mornings, and everything in between. From bright, inviting kitchens to calming, beautifully designed bathrooms, we bring craftsmanship, care, and elegance to every space. Whether you're building a new home or refreshing the one you love, Rocksmith Granite and Quartz, you're going to love our work.
If you are interested in a new furnace, AC, water heater, or water softener and want professional and quality installations along with great pricing, give us a call. Full Circle Mechanical, fully covering your home comfort needs. 651-315-2000, and let's go Trojans!
Mental health impacts every aspect of our lives. Yet for too long, it's been treated as a conversation to avoid. At Duck Cup Memorial, we know the cost of silence is far too high. That's why we've made it our mission to bring real stories and life-saving education to schools and communities. Through courage and connection, we're equipping young people, parents, and teachers with tools to recognize and address mental health struggles before it's too late. We do this because we believe no one should feel alone. We do this because every life matters, and we do this because in every season, your mental health matters. Help us bring hope to more communities. Your support, whether through donations, sharing our message, or wearing our merchandise, fuels our mission to end the stigma and build a culture of care. We hope you'll join us.
For over 90 years, Witt Construction has been building dreams in New Prague and the surrounding communities. They're a family-owned and operated business and are proud to be led by former New Prague Trojan hockey players who understand the importance of teamwork and dedication. That's why they're committed to providing their customers with the best possible experience. Whether you're building a new custom home, renovating your existing home, or need commercial construction services, they'll work with you to create a space that meets your unique needs and budget. They also will offer a wide range of other services, including excavation and deck building. So no matter what your project is, they can help you get it done right. Visit their website or call them today for more information.
Hero Home Services is your trusted ally in home comfort. Whether it's plumbing, heating, cooling, drains, ducts, or electrical, visit callhero.com now to schedule your service.
And welcome back. Voices rested. We're all set for should be a thrilling third period of action here in this Metro West Conference game. Bloomington Jefferson taking on New Prague. Jefferson leads 2-1 after 2. Jefferson led 2-0 after 1. If you're just joining us, first period goals by Chayton Look and Blake Dozan. And then the Jaguars came out and they carried the play in the first 4 or 5 minutes of period 2, but unable to expand on the 2-0 lead. So we sat at 2-0, and then the Trojans found their legs. I think spurred by the 6, 20, and 36 line, found a way to flip the ice, flip momentum a little bit, and then New Prague carried the play. Couple of odd man rushes by the top line with Walker Anderson and Carson Ashley working together, kind of finished the change of momentum. Then it was all New Prague the back half of period number 2, and they do get a goal by Tyler Applin late in the frame, assisted by Joey Bush and Walker Anderson. 6th goal of the year for Applin, cuts the lead to 2-1. Hadn't had a penalty in the game, and then with 1:10 left, Joey Bush took a minor penalty for hooking in his own end. New Prague went shorthanded, but short-lived. Just 18 seconds later, Franklin Schmitz takes a tripping penalty. Then, playing 4-on-4, 30 seconds after that, Braden Thomas takes a penalty and a 10-minute misconduct on top of it. So New Prague, trailing by a goal, is going to start the third period on a 4-on-3 power play for 50 seconds. If they don't score, they'll have a 5-on-3 two-man advantage for 18 seconds after that. So a great opportunity for the Trojans to not only get one and tie it, but really to generate momentum and go forward from that and try to take stranglehold of this contest. Again, I think New Prague, if you're to break the first 2 periods up into quarters, I think they played well in the first quarter. They played well in the second quarter. They did not play well in the third quarter, and then they played great in the fourth. So, a couple of, one great, one bad, couple fine, and I think a 2-1 score is deserved right now. Trojans start 4-on-3 on the power play. Once again, this power play brought to you by Mastery Electric. For those who choose quality, commercial, residential, industrial, choose Master Electric. Underway, third period of play, New Prague down a goal. August Beckius, Cade Borwidge, Walker Anderson, Carson Ashley. The 4 on the ice for New Prague on the 4-on-3. Ashley, Anderson, one-timer goes high and wide. Here's Carson Ashley, sweeps it down for Borwidge. Borwidge leaves for Beckius. Beckius softly for Ashley. New Prague is set up. August, Carson, slap shot, rebound in front. Oh, it was Borwidge. The stick broke. I think Cade had a goal if the stick didn't shatter. Anderson, hits the broken stick. Of course it does. Why wouldn't it? New Prague comes back in. Drop pass for Beckius. August turns. What a good play by August. Walker looking at front. Tic-tac. Looking for Huber. 5-on-3 now. Whitty. August is left there by Walker, and Bloomington Jefferson will chip in. So the 5-on-3 is going to be dead as well. And now it'll be a 5-on-4 power play for 38 seconds left. Here is Anderson. Anderson just onside. Stops. Pass for Ashley. The puck jumps on him. Good skate by Carson. Here is Ashley. Beckius. New Prague looking for the equalizer on the power play. Ashley from Whitty on the just missed the one-timer from the slot. Whitty knocks his man down. Good job fighting for the puck. Allows New Prague to keep in. Still on the power play. Centering pass looking for Grayson Whitty. Good recovery by Whitty. Good shift by him. We're going to get matching minors, I think. I think Huber is going to go and Moore is going to go. Not sure. I kind of looked away. So Moore and Huber each going to go for roughing. So New Prague will stay on the 5-on-4 power play. Be an offensive zone draw, but just 7 seconds left on that man advantage. So Huber and Moore for roughing. So Whitty, Fronick, Dorzinski, Applin the goal scorer, and Bush the last 6-7 seconds of the power play. The power play operating at a 25.8% clip. They will not score on this one, so New Prague 0 for 2 on the man advantage. Just trailed by a goal. 2-1 Jefferson. Again, New Prague won the first matchup between those teams. Jefferson only has 5 losses on the season. One of them to New Prague, centering pass in front, swept away by Applin. Here is Mason Van Brunt, number 5 for Jefferson. And here's Fronick. Fronick, good pass for Dorzinski, who leaves nicely for Whitty. Grayson Whitty has a little time and space. Goes behind the back, looking for Dorzinski. Puck flipped back to center, on end again. Man, the puck's been on end a lot. It was Bush. Joey has trouble with it, and Jefferson trying to counter, but Tyler Applin takes care of the loose change. Puck's picked off by Franklin Schmitz and sent rink wide opposite corner, and Bush is there. Here's Joey looking for Anderson, but New Prague having a little trouble with the puck in their own zone. That's sent into the net and deflected, and I think a needed whistle by the Trojans there, so they can reset, change their lines. And we're going to get Ashley Brigham and Anderson for the team wearing red. Shots on goal are 20-16 in favor of the Trojans. They've had 13 of the last 19 shots on goal. Scoring opportunities relatively even, as there's Beckius wiped out. Here's Brigham back to center ice, taken there by David Kovar, and Kovar will shoot in. Beckius bank pass for Ashley, nicely. Anderson left for Carson. Swept softly in, and Caden Brigham the first one of the puck. His centering pass fails to click. Beckius off the wall for Ashley, back for August. August through, save by Freen. Here's Borwidge coming off his point. Good play by Anderson. Walker looking at a centering pass. There's a save by Freen as Ashley got all that one. Anderson knocked down. Borwidge for Beckius, and the puck rolls on him. Beckius for Borwidge. Anderson touches. There's Jefferson back to center. August, good pass. His vision is just so good. And there's a good pass by Wojtas. Puck still on end. Rolling. Borwidge centering, looking for Walker. Here's Anderson. He fires high and wide. Krocek behind the net. New Prague's got good energy here in the third, trailing by a goal. And they've had the majority of the play the first 4 minutes. Close, he's going to leave for Krocek. Actually ends up turning it over. There has been some miscommunication between the goaltender and D in this game. Something to work on and get fixed by the time the playoffs start. Bush and Dorzinski working against Grochow and Peterson. And to the line, not out. Finally out, Bush, the skates of Krocek. New Prague a little disoriented, but now they recover. 12:20 to play in regulation. Pass for Rue, it's going to be icing. Is unable to touch it. And we'll get a defensive zone draw for New Prague. 12:15 to play in regulation. New Prague looking for the equalizer. Again, a lot at stake the last 2 games. I think most logical hockey fans have New Prague anywhere from the 3 to the 5. They tied Lakeville North earlier in the year. Lakeville North's schedule strength probably a little bit better than New Prague. So New Prague's record slightly better. North's schedule slightly better. That'll be a hard one. And you got Owatonna, who has the better record, but their schedule strength not as good. New Prague beat Owatonna head-to-head 7-5 earlier this year. So anywhere from the 3 to the 5 seed, if New Prague wins both games this week, I think they have a good shot at being the 3, or at least guaranteeing themselves a home game. Here comes Jefferson at center. A couple of good passes there, allow him to gain the blue line. That's sent through. Tip and a good pass saved by Closey. Best save for Joey since the first. Grayson Whitty with some speed. Whitty's got some giddy up. And the puck's just knocked away from him at the last second. 11:32 in regulation. 2-1 Jefferson. 2 in the first for the Jaguars. Applin responds in the second. Here comes Jefferson, goes high and wide over the glove. Rip shot by Mason Van Brunt, the leading goal scorer for the Jaguars. Wears 5 in blue. Applin leaves for Beckius. Beckius for Tyler Applin. 3-on-2. Applin fires and just shoots wide. Looking for his second The defenseman playing with all sorts of confidence. Carson Ashley sweeps in. We're under 11 to play. Power plays in this game. Jefferson 0 for 1. It was abbreviated. New Prague 0 for 2. Tyler has a little trouble getting the puck out. Bad angle up over the blocker. That was ripped by Blake Dozan. Bush as Jefferson walks out, and Closey makes the save as Dozan was able to walk out from the wall with the puck unmarked. And Closey had one good save here, as you can see once again on the Twin Cities Featherlight Storage replay. Hasn't been super busy, as the puck did change direction a little bit there, and you can see it jump. And maybe I'm making things up, but I just don't think the puck has laid flat as much as it has in other games. And puck's fired deep. We're 10 and a half. Here's Joey Bush. Stops and falls down. Jefferson takes the puck away. They're dangerous in the slot. But good job by New Prague coming back to the aid of their goaltender, as puck's gotten deep again. First man to the puck is Grouchow, though, as Closey's going to put his mitt on it. And I do think that is something that'll have to be cleaned up going in the playoffs. When the goaltender goes out to play the puck, you know, does New Prague get the next touch clean? You know, whether it's a leave for the defenseman or whether it's a pass. That has not been clean in this game. Something to work on in practice. Focus on a little bit in the Chaska game, but there has definitely been some scarier moments of those, and that puck hits Beckius's arm. Jefferson a little quicker to the puck here, and they have the puck in the offensive zone. Good job by Grayson Whitty, good alertness. That pass for Fronick fails to click, and it's turned over again, and Jefferson comes back. They have gained it. Blue line, that's hits the net as Fronick has a good stick there. 9:48 to play in regulation. After the game, we'll have your Brandware 3 stars of the game. One thing, OMSC as well. OMSC has sponsored our senior spotlights the last 5 weeks, providing a comfortable and highly personal atmosphere for oral surgery, wisdom, teeth, and dental implants. Locations, OMSC in Savage, Chanhassen, Edina, and Wayzata. There's Beckius as being checked by Logan Tofty, and where Ashley's going to go. So Tofty won a battle. Logan wins the battle, and I think Carson's going to go. Ashley, a defensive zone penalty. And New Prague's going to be shorthanded for the second time. We're going to get a hold on Ashley. And the football signal hold there. I thought we were supposed to do this but we get the so New Prague's going to be shorthanded for the second time. Penalty kill operating at 82% on the season. They've given up just 16 power play goals and a big kill here with 9:35 to go. Ashley for holding as here comes Dorzinski. How would New Prague got a chance for a shorthanded rush there, but good skating by Dozan. Dorzinski hassles him, but good strength by the big forward as he actually wipes out Bush. Possible interference there. Referees say play on. Jefferson has their first full power play opportunity. They're 0 for 1 on an abbreviated 18-second one in front. Closey with the save, and Bush coming together with the forward in front, Anders Bjorklund. And we'll get a whistle and a stoppage. We're going to see if there's any calls. I would hope not. They're going to take the face-off outside, I think. No, they're going to grab a couple. We're going to get matching penalties. Krocek's going to go, and Bjorklund. A couple of matching minors for roughing. I can't imagine this would be a power. This has to be even, I would think. 1-goal game. Wouldn't think there'd be any reason for anything else other than matching roughing penalties. So still shorthanded, and Riley Krocek, a top penalty killer for New Prague on the bench. There's Dozan through, and Closey will sweep that one to the corner. Borwich and Beckius now the defenseman on the PK here. High slot. Well, Closey does a good job going left to right there. Good job by Joey getting busier, and a good turnover forced by Borwich. Borwich looking for Walker. Again, New Prague down a goal. First task is kill their last minute 7 on the holding penalty to Carson Ashley. Whitty, they got a turnover. Whitty with Walker and a centering pass. Couldn't evade the sprawling Franklin Schmitz. And Jefferson now on the power play coming back. Good job by New Prague, being hard to play against on the PK. Beckius has the puck, has time and space. Good pass for Grayson Whitty. And Whitty will send forward, and New Prague looking to kill off the remainder of the power play. 40 seconds left. Bloomington Jefferson on the man advantage, has not scored since the first, but they do lead 2-1. Joey Bush on the forehand for Anderson, and Anderson can't glove it cleanly, and the puck swept in. Going to be icing. This Jefferson power play, very discombobulated, not dangerous at all, and really New Prague's had the better of the play since the minor called to Ashley. 8:01 to play in the period, 26 seconds left in the Master Electric penalty kill. Huber and Whitus up front, Applin and Bush on the back end. One more rush for the Jaguars. There's a breakout with the stick handle is Darren Donor. Donor, the defenseman, stops, falls down. Kicked ahead by Huber, and will come on to the goaltender, Freen, who will sweep aside. Boy, New Prague's had a couple of almost chances. And now New Prague is full strength as Jackson White shoots in. What a good kill by New Prague. That was a very in-charge PK by New Prague, where Jefferson never was dangerous. Puck jumping up again. That was a really hard one to handle for Brigham. 7:12 to go in regulation. Puck's going to be iced by New Prague as Anderson takes a cross check behind the play. Went unseen. Shots on goal, 22 aside. Each team 0 for 2 on the power play. This game's a 1-goal game. Eye test says even. Scoreboard says even. You know, teams have played 5 periods, and each team has 6 goals. If these two teams played 10 times, each probably wins 5. It's the eyes say that this 15-5 Metro West team, Bloomington Jefferson and New Prague, talent level, in my opinion, very, very even. There's Ashley. Ashley for Brigham. Caden takes that pass, gains the red, and will chip forward. On the forecheck, Anderson's going to race against Schmitz. A couple of top players. Here's Walker. Walker towards the net. Ashley behind, trying to lift the stick of Ruppert, but good hand strength by Benjamin allows Jefferson to come to center. Beckius knocks his man down legally. Puck's fired in, and Joey has a little trouble with it, but Beckius comes there. August has the puck roll off his stick, though, and Jefferson takes it. Good job by Ashley knocking his man down. Good legal check by Carson. Borwich, boy, it took a weird hop off the glass. Here's Brigham. Good legal hit by Ashley, who had a couple on the shift. 2-on-2. There's Whitty with speed. Oh, the puck rolled off his stick. As Grayson coming down the left wing. Looked like he had a little time. Good pass by Bush. Dorzinski couldn't handle it right away, and that's sent by Mason Van Brunt. Almost put it in his own net, but Freen there to make the save. Under 6 to go in regulation. Still 2-1 Jefferson. Dorzinski, Fronic fires, saved by Freen. Applin on the backhand, high and wide. Bush will put it in the net. And we get a stoppage, and I think a good whistle for the Jaguars as Jefferson regrouping here, under 6 to play. Let's get on the replay. There's Dorzinski had a little trouble handling it, and almost went off the defenseman skate for an own goal. And they're Fronic spinning and turning, puts that one solidly on net. Maybe Tyler just a little bit late coming down from that left point, reading the play on the rebound, draw one clean. Anderson fires. Oh, I think the goaltender stopped it and didn't see it. I think it just hit his blocker. Applin through, hits the Blake Dozan, the forward. New Prague has turned up the heat here, and they are forcing turnovers. Anderson knocked down. No play, Brigham. Caden back for Applin. All New Prague here through. Rebound, Ashley bangs it and hits traffic. Trojans winning all the pucks. To the line, finally out, and Tyler's going to fire in. Long shift for some of those guys. New Prague needs a change. That is going to allow Jefferson a free out. And nice pass ahead for Logan Tofty. Tofty working against Applin, and Tyler does a good job. Here comes Anderson. Walker is hit hard by Samuel Moore. Knocks down Anderson. Puck sent for Beckius. Here's August Beckius. Good job buying time. Fires and just wide. Might have hit the back leg of Huber. Anderson through. Boy, Trojans playing good hockey. Back to the line. Good pass by Wojtas. Beckius. Borwidge. Back for August. August has some time. Jefferson running around a little on their own end. To the front. No, White. Oh, Anderson bangs away. Good play by Beckius. Good vision. Puck sent down. It's going to be icing. An offensive zone draw for the Trojans. 4:05 to play. All New Prague here. That hit his helmet. I think it hit the mask on that shot. I said initially that it hit his block. He didn't see it. I know he didn't see it. I think it just happened to hit his mask and stay out of the end, or out of the net. Torzinski wins the draw. Whitty for Fronick. Torzinski giving pressure. Becky is coming down. And puck finally comes to center, and Borwidge will fire back in. Again, my neck, everything's right to left here. New Prague doing a very good job bottling up Jefferson in their own end. Beckius has had more ice time here in the third. Orzinski for Whitty. Here's Grayson. Grayson, again, New Prague looking for the equalizer. Borwidge for Beckius. Beckius stops. And August thought Grayson was staying. No problem, regroup in center, and Borwidge chips in, but didn't get it deep. Is at center here, and Cade will sweep in. 3:15 in regulation. Shots on goal, New Prague 25. Jefferson 22. Bush forces a turnover. Joey, high slot, fires and missed wide. Here comes Applin back at his own end. Under 3 to go. Pass for Bush. Bush for Ashley. Good look by Joey. Just failed to click. And New Prague's forced so many of these type turnovers at the top of the Jefferson zone. You know, it's the best period New Prague's played in a while that I've seen anyway. It was all Trojans. Anderson, trying to buy time. Gets support by Ashley, working together with Walker. They're trying hard, but Jefferson comes out with the puck. You know, I think Jefferson's had one or two scoring chances total in the period. Should be offsides at the line. 2:20 to play in regulation. Yeah, good hockey. Just hasn't gone in the net. Prague's doing a lot right. See if they're going to call their timeout yet or not. They do not. Each team has one. Huber line on the ice. Back for Bush. 2:15 in regulation. New Prague looking for the equalizer. It's down. Will be kept in by Huber with the skate. And Jefferson now will clear out to center. It's banked all the way down, and it's going to be no icing. Applin on the forehand for Wojtas. Wojtas hits Bush in stride. Joey gaining the red with speed. Bush towards the net, and looking for Huber. Knocked away by Freed. Net is empty. Here is Huber. Walker Anderson on for the goaltender. Applin fires wide. Can Bush keep in? He cannot. And puck sent forward. And with the goaltender pulled, 6-on-5. Is that going to be icing? 1:34 left in regulation. Oh. How they deserve one. Whether they get one or not, hockey's weird, but man, we deserve one. Let's see who this sends out. No timeout again. Wojtas, Ashley, Borwidge, Whitty, Anderson, Beckius. 94 seconds left. So again, after the game, we'll have your 3 stars of the game. Come on, get one. down and one. 6 on 5. Goaltender pulled for New Prague as that spanked out by Jefferson. Here's Jackson Whiteis, the rolling puck. Anderson, 1:14 to go. Stops. Towards the net, hits traffic. Offensive zone draw for New Prague with 1:10 left. We will get a timeout now. New Prague will take their timeout. Talk about strategy. Again, we'll have your brandware 3 stars of the game after. 51-minute game. New Prague's had, 4 bad minutes maybe total? First 4 or 5 of the second period. Much the best here in the third. Much the best the back half of the second. After a pretty clean and fun first period, which I thought saw both teams do a lot right. The goal scorers, if you're just joining us, Jefferson got 2 in the first. Chayton Look, Blake Dozan. Dozan's 17th of the year. Tyler Applin gets 1 in the second period. Sophomore defenseman gets his 6th goal of the year. And playing with a lot of confidence here the back half of the season, the sophomore defenseman. 70 seconds left. New Prague looking for the equalizer. See who is sent. I think you'll get Ashley for sure. You'll get Walker for sure. Whiteis, the net front presence guy. Whitty, Beckius, Borwich. 70 seconds, net empty. Draw still. Here's Walker, dangerous. Oh, hit all the way. I think it got through to Freen, who makes the save. Anderson for Jackson Whiteis. Whiteis for Beckius. August. Borwich fires, then hits deflected in front by Anders Bjorklund. Beckius does a good job keeping in. Ashley, Walker, Anderson tipped in front by Whitty up over the crossbar. All New Prague here in the third. They are doing so much right. 40 seconds left. Here is Beckius. Beckius does a good job skating through the hook of Van Brunt. Onside for Borwich. Borwich's pass hits the skate and into the empty net. About the first bad pass New Prague's had in 5 minutes. It's the back of the leg of Blake Dozan, who ices it, and Jefferson with the empty net goal goes up 3-1. Empty netter, and that's going to do it. The Jaguars lead 3-1. Seems a little unfair. New Prague was coming. They were coming, and they were coming. And just couldn't get the equalizer. Draws down, Closey back in the net. There's Bush looking ahead. Darren Donor has the puck. Jaguars will get it deep with 10 seconds to go. New Prague's going to fall to 10-11 and 3 on the season. Jefferson with the win improves to 16-5-3. And that's going to be the final from First Bank and Trust Arena. The Bloomington Jefferson Jaguars win 3-1. I think a even matchup that saw New Prague really carry the play the last half of the hockey game, but to no avail. Give the Jaguars credit. They got really good goaltending today by Jack Freen. Again, the junior netminder in just his 10th game of the year has a goals against average of under 2. He played excellent tonight. And New Prague was pushing. They end up with 26 shots on goal. Had the majority of the scoring chances the last 15 minutes. But Jefferson does win. And congratulations to the Jaguars. New Prague is going to have their final regular season game on Thursday against Chaska. Let's take a look at third period highlights for in this hockey game. Brought to you by Twin Cities Featherlight and Trailer and Storage, and we'll get to your brandware 3 stars of the game after that. Here are some of the third period highlights. See New Prague on the power play. They started the third period with a 4-on-3, and I thought the puck movement was excellent. Good puck movement. That puck just found a way to stay out. And New Prague had numerous chances. I thought the defenseman did a good job. I thought August Beckius was really good moving the puck. I thought Joey Bush had a very strong game as well. Here's Bush's pass for Dorzinski. Owen buying some time there. And again, I think a lot of pucks just missing in this game. Just missing wide, hitting bodies in front and deflecting wide, or Jefferson defensemen sweeping the puck out of high danger areas at the last second like they did there. That was Jack Fronick spinning and turning his opportunity. Again, New Prague had the puck just a ton in this third period. Here's an offensive zone face-off. There's Walker Anderson from the high slot, just missed up over the net. And New Prague had a few of these opportunities from offensive zone draws, and actually that hit the helmet, the mask of the goaltender. This was Beckius did I thought August, one of his skills is to not hit the guy in front of him. He's able to manipulate shot blockers, evade them, and get the pucks through and beat that first line of defense. I thought you saw that on display here. As New Prague, a few more plays off the rush here, looking for that equalizer. They definitely were coming, and then just kind of ran, ended up running out of time. Pulled the goaltender with just under 2 minutes left. As you saw Freen with the good save there towards the end of the contest. So those are your third period. Replays and highlights, once again brought to you by Twin Cities Featherlight Trailers and Storage. Now it's time for your, let's get to your Brandwear 3 stars of the game. Are you looking for custom branded apparel for your business or sports organization? Our stars trust Brandwear. You should too. Third star of the game, Keenan Huber. I thought got a lot of ice time in the second period, and I thought as New Prague was kind of looking for their legs a little bit in the second period, I thought led by that 6:36 and 20 line. So Keenan Huber, I thought just his ability on the draws and winning faceoff is your third star of the game. Second star of the game, defenseman Joey Bush. Joey had an assist on the lone goal for New Prague in this game, and just saw his talent in his own end, and then leading the rush as well for the New Prague Trojans on the back end. And your Brandwear first star of the game, joining us now, sophomore defenseman Tyler Applin. Tyler, you guys, Jefferson wins 3-1. I know a lot of things the results aren't going your way, but you guys carried a lot of that third period. You guys were pressing and pressing and pressing, just kind of ran out of time.
Yeah, I know, we're playing our good hockey right now. We're just, doing a lot of team stuff. We're taking team shots, and, that's what it's going to take here. We've talked about finishing the assignment, and that's what we're looking to do come Thursday here. You get your second goal in 2 games, the lone goal in this one. Walk us through the goal. I kind of just saw an opening and just decided to take it, and I had a 3-on-1, but I just wanted to rip one. So when you have much time, as a defenseman, you had a lot of time to think about that, because you have the puck from the red line going in. It clearly was a 3-on-1. When did you decide to go glove side? When did you decide to go? How much time do you spend thinking of that? I kind of just saw the defenseman, start to slow up a little bit, and he was starting to take away that pass. So that's when I really got it. I just took a shot at the net and just scored it. Your development as a sophomore, the first half of the year, at least the games I'm at, you weren't making as much of an impact offensively as you are now. It looks like as your confidence has grown, as your experience is going, you're a part of more offensive plays. Do you feel yourself growing as a player as well? Yeah, as the season was going, I kind of just came in here as a sophomore trying to hold my own, but as the season went on, I kind of just started to get more confidence, like you said, and I've been working on keeping cool, getting poised when I go back into the corners, and just having that confidence, and gives me the extra edge. Tyler, one regular season game left, a home game against Chaska on Thursday, and then you head into the playoffs, and you guys could be anywhere from 3 to 5. Do you guys talk about that a lot in the room? Where you're going to end up, who you're going to be playing? Yeah, it's definitely up in the room, but, we're just focused on playing our game right now, and we're just talking about I'll go back, keep finishing the assignment. That's what's all about here. Very good. Congratulations, Tyler Applin, our Brandwear first star of the game. Nice to see you playing with the confidence. Keep it rolling, Tyler, all right? Yeah, thank you. Very good.
That is, once again, congratulations, Keenan Huber, your 3rd star, Joey Bush, your 2nd star, and your number 1 star of the game, sophomore defenseman Tyler Applin, gets his 6th goal of the season, a 13th point for the defenseman. That's going to do it here from New Prague and First Bank and Trust Arena. The Trojans lose tonight 3-1 to Bloomington Jefferson, a very good high school hockey game. We'll be back for our last regular season contest on Thursday night, home against Chaska. Jefferson wins 3-1. Good night.